In the heated atmosphere of American politics, few names stir as much controversy and division as that of Donald Trump. The former president's administration was notorious not only for its policies, but also for the constant drama surrounding his cabinet nominees. As the political world braces for another potential Trump-led administration, the specter of scandal looms large, particularly concerning his future cabinet picks. The questions that are being raised are not just about their qualifications, but about their ethical integrity, criminal histories, and associations with dark money. This video delves into the ongoing legal and ethical implications of Trump's cabinet nominations, revealing the possible criminal backgrounds, business conflicts of interest, and troubling ties to shadowy donors and foreign interests. With only a short time left in his presidency and under the looming shadow of the 2024 elections, the urgency of these issues cannot be overstated. How did these individuals make it this far? What is at stake for the American people if these figures are allowed to wield power? And perhaps most crucially, why is the political system, including President Joe Biden and Senate Democrats, not doing more to ensure these backgrounds are thoroughly investigated before they gain positions of power? In this video, we will explore the allegations, the law, and the future of America's political landscape under Trump's influence. We'll address not only the criminal and ethical failings of these nominees, but also the larger implications for governance, democracy, and national security. This is not just about names on a list. This is about the future of America's democracy. The legal and ethical violations, a pattern of dishonesty and corruption. Under Donald Trump's leadership, the administration's approach to ethics was notoriously lax, to say the least. Numerous cabinet members and senior officials faced allegations of criminal behavior, ethics violations, and conflicts of interest during their tenure. These individuals were not merely subject to political criticism, but faced investigations for conduct that often violated established norms and laws. With the upcoming presidential election, Trump's possible return to power raises the issue of who would fill his cabinet. Would we see a repeat of his previous cabinet choices? If so, what kind of individuals might we be dealing with, and what is at stake for the American people? One glaring example is the issue of ethics codes. As former Deputy Director of FBI Counterintelligence Frank Figliuzzi pointed out, Trump and his administration flouted the Presidential Transition Act of 1963, which mandates that FBI background checks must be conducted for all presidential nominees. Trump, however, allowed many of his key appointments to bypass these critical checks. This raises an important question. Why would someone with nothing to hide object to such checks? Is it possible that these figures, many of whom have deep business interests and questionable ties to foreign powers, are trying to conceal something much darker? Criminal histories and business conflicts. Who are the real players? Take, for instance, Trump's close allies and potential cabinet picks, figures such as Elon Musk, Linda McMahon, and Howard Lutnick. While these individuals are well known for their financial success and prominent public profiles, there are serious concerns regarding their potential conflicts of interest and criminal histories. Elon Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, has been involved in a series of controversies, from alleged stock manipulation to his connections with foreign governments like China and Russia. Musk's business dealings, especially his ventures in technology and artificial intelligence, raise questions about national security risks if he were to take a major role in government. Linda McMahon, who served as the head of the Small Business Administration under Trump, is another contentious figure. Her past associations with controversial figures, like her involvement with WWE and ties to powerful interests, make her an unlikely candidate to oversee critical aspects of American economic policy. Some critics have also pointed to her business dealings with individuals facing legal investigations, raising concerns about ethics violations and conflicts of interest. Howard Lutnick, the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, is yet another figure with potentially questionable ties to foreign powers. Known for his connections to Wall Street and his involvement in financial services, Lutnick's influence could open the door to more unchecked corruption and conflicts of interest at the highest levels of government. These individuals are just a small sample of the kind of people who may be nominated to key positions within a Trump administration. Given their backgrounds, it is clear that a rigorous investigation is not just advisable but necessary to ensure that these figures have no hidden agendas that could harm American democracy or national security. Dark money and foreign influence, the hidden forces shaping Trump's cabinet. Another key concern is the role of dark money and foreign influence in shaping Trump's administration. During his first term, numerous accusations were levied against his cabinet members for their dealings with untraceable donations and foreign governments seeking to influence American policy. The Koch network, often criticized for its shadowy funding of conservative political campaigns, played a significant role in supporting many of Trump's cabinet picks. With access to unlimited amounts of dark money, these organizations effectively bypassed campaign finance laws, allowing powerful corporate interests to have undue influence over American policy. The Trump administration was also no stranger to foreign interference. Figures like Michael Flynn, who was briefly appointed National Security Advisor, had troubling connections to foreign governments, including his ties to the Russian government. Flynn's involvement with foreign entities while serving as an advisor raises serious questions about the national security risks posed by individuals who may have conflicting interests. As Trump eyes a return to the White House, it is more crucial than ever that President Joe Biden and the Senate Democrats hold firm in ensuring that any cabinet nominees undergo the necessary ethical scrutiny and criminal background checks. It is not enough to simply hope that these individuals will self-regulate or abide by ethical standards. The government must demand transparency and accountability. The power of the Senate and FBI investigations, a call for action. As it stands, Trump's team continues to refuse to comply with the Presidential Transition Act. This law has been in place since 1963 to ensure that incoming administrations adhere to proper protocols and that background checks are conducted on all nominees. Without these checks, the integrity of the cabinet could be compromised, as it would leave room for individuals with shady histories to take critical positions of power without any public awareness. This is where President Joe Biden and the Senate, currently controlled by Democrats, must step in. Biden still holds executive authority under Article 2 of the Constitution, and the Senate retains the power to hold hearings and confirm appointments. Biden and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer must act decisively to request thorough FBI background checks on all of Trump's cabinet nominees before it is too late. If these investigations uncover financial misconduct, criminal ties, or foreign entanglements, they must be made public. The American people have the right to know who is seeking to serve in their government, and the Senate must hold these individuals accountable, ensuring that no one with a shady history or hidden agenda takes a place in Trump's next administration. As the clock ticks down to the next election and the possibility of Trump's return to power looms large, it is more important than ever for the Senate and President Biden to act swiftly and decisively. The stakes are high, and the need for thorough background checks on Trump's nominees is crucial. These checks are not just a formality. They are a critical part of ensuring the integrity of the government and protecting the interests of the American people. The history of Trump's first term has shown that his administration was marred by scandal, corruption, and unethical behavior. It is up to the current administration, the Senate, and the American public to ensure that the same mistakes are not repeated. Biden's legacy is at stake in these final months, and he has the opportunity to make a powerful stand for transparency, justice, and national security. Now is the time for all Americans to raise their voices. Whether it's writing to your senators, spreading awareness, or demanding action, every voice matters in this critical moment. The future of the United States hangs in the balance, and the fight for accountability, integrity, and democracy must continue. By calling for these investigations, we are standing up for the values that make America great: justice, transparency, and accountability. The work to ensure a fair and secure future for all Americans starts now, and it starts with holding those who seek to govern to the highest standards.